Yeah, this driver. So this is gonna be the second attempt at recording this. tried to record this while I was milking the cows, and that turned into a fiasco. So I kept getting my brain sidetracked and stuff like that. So we're gonna just start this video over. So I wanted to talk to you guys and just let you know kind of what's been going on, why I haven't been doing much videos here lately. My last actual recording was, I believe it was October 6th. I went back and looked, and it was back in October. And I think February 11th, I did a live stream. Probably with Papa or Sins. I can't really remember. Probably Papa and Sins. So doing a little bit of ATS then. And so I tried to talk to you guys while I was on here on Ranch Sim, kind of goofing off and whatnot, and just kind of let you guys know why I haven't been doing much videos and what's kind of been going on with me. First and foremost, I moved back home to help my mom out, and um, there's nothing wrong with me living here with her and everything like that. I spend time with her, so it takes away from my computer time. Um, Nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of the way it is. So I enjoy hanging out with my mom. My sleep schedule's a little bit messed up right now, but typically I get up and if mom's up, I hang out with her, and we usually watch a little bit of TV, different TV shows that we both agree on. Um, we both like watching Law and Order and stuff like that. So we sit around, we watch some TV, and kind of hang out a little bit. Usually with dinner somewhere mixed into all that, so it works out pretty good. Mom does most of the stuff around here due to my health reasons, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I just more or less moved in with her to help her out and be around, that kind of thing. My dad passed away back in 2017, so it just gives her somebody to hang out with and stuff like that. But on the health side of things, my health isn't, I don't want to call it bad, but it's not good at the same time. I've been a truck driver for 20 years, and in those 20, well, actually 22 years, but for the past 20 years, I've had headaches um, with my trucking career, and that's been a royal pain in the tail. Um, Back when my headaches first started, they weren't all that bad. They were just here and there, a few times a week. They weren't real bad. I usually could take a Tylenol or Excedrin or something like that, and I was okay. And so that was all fine and dandy, but then over the years they've just gotten worse, and it turned into being more or less a daily headache problem than anything else. And with those daily headaches, it just started making things rough. I mean, it got to where I quit hanging around with friends. I quit doing a lot of the things I used to do. I'm talking about outdoor stuff. Who wants to be around loud noise when you have a headache? You know, so I started, I got more and more into gaming, into computers and things like that, which there's really nothing wrong with. I enjoy the games, and I've enjoyed the friends that I've met over the years doing a lot of this stuff and all that stuff. But the headaches have just became a burden, and I've really been wanting to get my headaches straightened out. But pretty much every doctor that I had spoke to over the course of several years, they always just was like, oh, well, they blame it on this, they blame it on that. And I kind of started losing, stuck on that one, okay. So I started losing, faith in a lot of these doctors. And I know I shouldn't, but that's just kind of how it happened. Number two. And, that started making things rough. So I ended up deciding to make the move to come back home, and I originally anticipated only being off for about 4 to 6 months, just enough time to get all my stuff moved and, get my life in order. Unfortunately, things have taken a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. Mostly because with the headaches, I decided to go ahead and see a doctor about it. Um, the doctor, he just thinks I have migraines and wants to treat me for them. But to be sure, he sent me to a neurologist. The neurologist, she seems to want to help. She wants to, do something for me, and I'm grateful for that. Also, when I went to go see her, I I started having an issue with one of my legs, my left leg. It started falling asleep all the time, and I just lost track of how many I've milked. Let's see. I think that was the next one. So, when I started seeing her, she first put me on medication to help with nerve damage. She believes that over the course of the years that I have nerve damage from trucking, and she's actually recommended that I get out of trucking. So that's been another thing I've been trying to find some other kind of work that sounds enjoyable. I've looked into working at like a trucking school. After maybe I could pass on some knowledge, but I just don't know if I'd be cut out for a teacher. That and they're actually requiring that I have teaching experience, that I can be on my feet all the time, and just things like that, which is stuff I can't do. Come on, move out of the way. So, I'm just kind of looking into that stuff. I need to number you. So, anyways, her concern is with, my health. She believes I'm a fall hazard, and my primary doctor also believes that. And so I've been just kind of just hanging out, more or less. Here are those guys. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can get out of here before they run. What do you think about it? Get your butt in there. So, yeah, the main trigger was, going to see a doctor over the headaches, but then with my leg falling asleep, and I know I've got a little sidetracked on this stuff. I'm just trying to make this entertaining where y'all see me doing something other than just, just sitting here looking at a blank screen or something. And I didn't feel like getting on webcam today. So anyhow, so I went to see the doctor over the headaches and my leg falling asleep. My leg falling asleep initially, after about 5 to 10 minutes of standing, my leg would go to sleep from my hip all the way down to my toes. And I mean, I would get the whole tingling thing. So think of when you, hate to put it this way, but sit on the toilet too long, for example, and your feet fall asleep. That's the sensation that I was getting. And that was, I don't know, it made it hard for me to want to do anything. There's a lot of things I want to do around here, but not being able to stand is a pain in the tail. No, I ain't gonna know that stuff. So I just, I knew I needed to do something. So I'm not going to name off the medication that I'm on. Maybe later on I'll talk about that stuff, maybe in some other videos or something like that. But for the first medication, it's been helping with my my leg. I'm at the point now where I can stand for about 15 minutes and until my foot goes completely asleep. And of course, that would include my whole leg. And so, yeah, it's been just kind of one of those things that I've been just trying to figure out. When she realized that that medication was doing some good, but not enough, unfortunately, it's not working for the headaches, or at least not that I can tell. In a way, it feels like my headaches are worse. But that's just my opinion of everything. So I I talked to her about if there was any kind of pain medication that I could take for all this problems, and her whole thing was that she didn't just want to load me up on a bunch of pain pills. She wanted to get to the root of the problem and then only give me pain medication at a lighter dose or something like that, if that makes sense. And I agree with her that I would rather, fix the problem rather than live on pain pills the rest of my life. But at the same time, when you hurt for so long, it becomes a burden. Um, if you, and those that don't know, my headaches have gotten to the point where they're daily. The last time I can remember not having a headache was when I was in a hospital. I had my gallbladder removed in 2019, and that created its own new problems that I'm not going to talk about. But I wake up with a headache, and most of the time, I wake with a headache that is worse than most of the hangovers I've ever had in my life. And I'm not a big drinker to start with. I mean, I do like to have a drink in the evening sometimes and all that, but I don't drink to just get hammered or anything like that. I know some people do. So, and that's just the way that I can explain the headaches, and I explained them to her that way. Um, I usually take about 4 Tylenol about every 4 hours, and all it does is it reduces the headache down to a roar instead of, like what I was just saying, what felt like more like a hangover. And I just don't like the amount of Tylenol I'm taking. I know that Tylenol and a lot of other pain medications is just horrible for your body. Liver is number one. Kidneys is probably a part behind it. So I want to get off that medication. That's why I was so amped to get her to give me some kind of a pain pill that would be better on me, on my body, than, Tylenol. And unfortunately, she's not going to give me pain medication yet. And I understand where she's coming from. It just kind of stinks. So in the meantime, it's just kind of what I've been dealing with, guys. I'm in constant pain. And then now here lately, my hands have been falling asleep. More my left one, because that's the one I use on the keyboard when I'm playing. I play mouse and keyboard a lot. But the best way I can explain it is my pinky and ring finger on both hands, and it doesn't do it all the time, but it goes to sleep, that part of my hand and down my elbow. All the way to my elbow, I mean. And it just kind of sucks because it's constantly like that. Not all the time, but when I sit and play on the computer like I do, it it just kind of sucks because you probably noticed that I've stopped here and there. A lot of my stopping is because I'm getting my elbows off this table and trying to get my hand to wake back up. But then I want to play, so then I go back to playing. So, which leads me to, part of the reasons why I haven't been playing some of the games that I normally play, because, my pain level makes it hard for me to want to play games, especially games that are noisy. I love playing Truck Simulator. Of course, I do get bored with it at times, but just the constant engine noises and things like that, it gets to me after a while. Yes, I know I can turn the game down, but then that makes it less enjoyable for me and also less enjoyable for the viewers that's watching my videos. They want to hear some of those sounds. It's the same thing when I play Grand Theft Auto or any kind of shooting game. After a while, the gunfire just gets to me and I just can't take it no more, you know? So, it's one of those things. And then to add on top of it, my hand's falling asleep, which means I have to stop, what I'm doing for a little bit. So, Farming Simulator is another game that I play on keyboard. This I play on keyboard and mouse. I really only use the controller currently for ATS and, well, ETS if I play it, and SnowRunner and GTA, and that's it. When I play on controller, it's not as bad, but I do run into problems once in a while. I think it's just how I'm leaning on this table, which is not a good thing for my body. It's bad on the shoulders and all that stuff. So I'm not trying to make excuses for why I haven't been putting out content, but it's just what's going on right now. The biggest thing is the headaches. I wake up with a headache that's basically like a migraine that I can only tone it down just a little bit, and then that's it. And it's, consistent all the time. So it's just kind of, it's one of those things, guys. I would love to be able to put out more videos and stuff, and but I don't want to be putting out content where I'm playing like this and then I'm stopping all the time. And I may just start doing that. I just don't want to do that. I still want to give you guys content. I mean, I'd love to do a series on this, and if y'all are even interested, let me know, because I've been seriously thinking about it the past couple days. If I do it in 30-minute videos, approximately, I could probably handle that and, be able to take breaks from it. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, and kind of get you guys up to speed on what's going on. I'm hoping that I can get things sorted out. I'm also looking for a new career path because of all the problems I'm having right now. I'm actually contemplating on something like a work from home job. That way I can be around with mom more and help her out. But if anything, it's definitely going to be a local job. And I'm hoping that it's not a truck, because that's what the doctors are trying to get me to do, is quit driving a truck. So yeah, guys, I think I'm just gonna end this video right here. And hopefully I'll be able to get you some more content coming here soon. But like I said, if I do, there's going to be a lot of pauses in it, or I'm going to have to do a lot of editing because I'm going to have to pause the video to take a break to get my feeling back in my hands, or deal with headaches and things like that. So I hope everybody else is doing well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.